Okay, picture this. You've prepared for weeks. You know your resume cold, you've rehearsed all your answers, you've even picked out the perfect outfit. But then you're sitting there waiting for your name to be called, and you feel it. Your heart starts hammering, your palms get slick, and you just can't shake that feeling of being under a microscope. We've all been there. But what if I told you the key to absolutely nailing that interview isn't just in what you say, but in a silent language you're speaking without even knowing it? Let's decode that language right now and turn your next interview into a total masterclass in communication. So just look at this number for a second, 93%. According to some pretty foundational research in communication, that is how much of your message is delivered non-verbally. Yeah, you heard me right. All those perfectly crafted words you practiced, they only account for a tiny little piece of the impression you're making. The real story, the one they're actually listening to, is told by your tone and your body language. It is a complete game changer, and honestly, most people don't even realize they're playing the game. So how in the world does that 93% break down? Well, a psychologist named Albert Mehrabian figured it out. He found that 38% of your message comes from your tone of voice. Are you sounding upbeat or just totally monotone? And a massive 55% comes straight from your body language, your posture, your hands, your eye contact. Your actual words, they're just 7% of the whole package. This means you could have the most brilliant answer ever. But if your body is screaming, "I'm nervous," or "I'm not so sure about this," guess which message they're going to believe? All right, so if the huge majority of our communication is unspoken, how do we actually take control of it? Well, it all starts with projecting confidence. See, in an interview, you're not just there to deliver a message, you are the message. Your body is the very first thing that interviewer reads, way before they even glance at your resume. Research shows that a first impression is basically set in stone in the first 15 seconds. Crazy, right? No pressure. But that's why nailing this opening is so important. So let's break it down into 3 simple steps. Step 1, the entrance. Walk in confidently, not rushing, not dragging your feet. Step 2, the handshake. Make it firm, professional. An open palm is a sign of honesty, so a good handshake signals trust right from the get-go. And step 3, the posture. Sit up straight, shoulders back. Slouching just screams disinterest, while sitting tall tells them you're confident and you're engaged. Look, getting nervous is totally normal. The trick isn't to pretend you're not nervous, it's just to manage how it shows up. So here are a few super simple grounding techniques to keep you centered. Instead of fidgeting or wringing your hands, just place them gently on your lap or the table. If you feel yourself starting to ramble, just pause. Take a slow, deep breath before you answer. It makes you look thoughtful, not nervous. And here's a great one. Just feel your feet flat on the floor. It has this powerful grounding effect that helps you feel way more in control. Okay, so now you're sending this strong, confident message. That's awesome. But communication is a two-way street, right? So it's time to tune in to what the interviewer is sending back to you. Let's talk about decoding their signals. Reading the room is a crucial skill that lets you adjust your game plan in real time. Let's make this easy and break it down into 2 simple categories: green flags and red flags. Green flags are all those good signs of positive engagement. If your interviewer is leaning forward, their arms are uncrossed, they're nodding along while you speak, you are golden. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you start seeing red flags, you might have a problem. And think about this. Research actually shows that when someone crosses their arms, they physically close themselves off, and they retain 38% less information. You are literally talking to a more critical, less receptive brain. Now, if you want to get really advanced, you can start looking for something called micro-expressions. These are these lightning-fast facial expressions, like a quick little frown or a slightly raised eyebrow, that flash across a person's face for just a fraction of a second. They're basically unfiltered, honest reactions that leak out before their professional poker face can kick in. These are tiny, tiny clues to what your interviewer is really thinking. So, we've covered projecting your own confidence, and we've covered reading the interviewer's cues. The next step? Putting it all together. This is how you transform a boring question and answer session into a dynamic, unspoken conversation that builds a genuine connection. One of the most powerful ways to do this is a technique called mirroring. Have you ever noticed when you're having a really great conversation with a friend, you both kind of start sitting the same way? That's mirroring. It's our brain's natural shortcut to building rapport. And you can use this on purpose. But, and this is important, subtlety is everything. If the interviewer leans forward with interest, maybe you do the same a few moments later. It sends this powerful unspoken message that says, "Hey, I get you. We're on the same team."
Mirroring is fantastic when everything's going smoothly, but what happens when you start to see those red flags we were just talking about? You know, the crossed arms, the leaning back, what do you do then? You're not just gonna mirror their negative posture, are you?
No, definitely not. And here's the key mindset shift. A red flag is not a stop sign. It's a signal. It's your cue to adapt your strategy. So if you see the interviewer cross their arms right after you mention a specific project, don't panic. Use it. Pause and maybe ask something like, "That was a pretty complex project. Would it be helpful if I elaborated on my specific role?" You're using their nonverbal cue to pull them back in and guide the conversation. It shows you're paying attention to the whole conversation, not just the word.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground, so let's bring it all home. Think of this next part as your ultimate body language toolkit, a final summary of the most critical techniques you can use to master the unspoken language, not just in interviews, but in any important interaction you have. So let's put it all together into a system. First, your face. A real smile that actually reaches your eyes makes you instantly more approachable. Use your hands to show you're passionate, but keep your gestures controlled. Nodding and maintaining comfortable eye contact shows you're listening and that you're trustworthy. And this all rests on a foundation of open posture and just respecting their personal space. And then that final secret ingredient, subtly mirroring their positive cues to build that subconscious bond. So at the end of the day, why is all of this so critical? Well, as the body language experts Alan and Barbara Pease put it, you just don't get a second chance to make a first impression. It's a cliche for a reason. Those first few seconds can set the entire tone for everything that follows, and it's your body that's doing most of the talking. So the next time you walk into that big interview or any high-stakes meeting, just remember, you're having two conversations at once, the one with your words and the one with your body. Your body is always speaking, always telling a story. So the only question left is, what do you want it to say?